Singing in the rain in Nikšić in Montenegro, as the two sides just cursory touch of the hands. All the Montenegro players are wearing number 13. It's going to be a problem for identification, but I think they will take off their green tops because they play in red with gold trim, and they've made a number of changes, 6 changes for them, including the return of the captain Stefan Jovetic, their top scorer. The former Manchester City player has 36 goals. He was a substitute in their defeat in Iceland on Thursday. So they have Mijatovic in goal, Kosovac, Mršić, Spicic, Rubezic and Vukcevic. Brunovic and Jovovic are in midfield. Kamaj, Jovetic and Kristovic behind Stefan Magusha. And Craig Bellamy has made 5 changes. Debut for Carl Darlow at the age of 33 in goal. Chris Meppen returns from suspension in a back line of Joe Roden and Ben Davis, the captain. Connor Roberts and Nico Williams will push into midfield. Ethan Ampadu and a first start for Swansea City's Ollie Cooper. And then up front, Kiefer Moore, either side of him, Harry Wilson, and a first start for the exciting Liverpool talent, Lewis Koumas. Aaron Ramsey on the bench. Harry Wilson, the one player in this side who goes into the game on a yellow card. Of course, 2 yellows, and he misses the next game. But plenty of cavalry on the bench for Wales, given this lineup. So there, a round of applause as both sides take the centre circle. Georgi Kabakov from Bulgaria is the referee. In fact, all the officials are from Bulgaria, including the Dragomir Draganov, the Bulgarian VAR man. And just to mention Carl Darlow, he becomes Wales's oldest post-war debutant at the age of 33, and the record he beats is held by Martin Margetson, who has just returned to the Wales squad as goalkeeping coach. Margetson was just over the age of 32. We won't go beyond the war because there's some doubt as to the ages of 1 or 2 of the players who may be older than even Carl Darlow to make his first start for his country. So 2 Italians, 2 Montenegrin clubs, Hungarian, Korean, Scotland, and 2 from Spain. They are a League of Nations, these Montenegro players, and Wales in the pouring rain are in all yellow. Carl Darlow pacing on the edge of his D. Wales are playing from right to left. An open stand in the distance, an open stand behind Milan Mijatovic's goal as well. It's only a 5,000 or so stadium, and Wales are underway. The second game for Craig Bellamy, a change of personnel too. And Darlow hits it, it's hit long up to Kiefer Moore wearing the head bandage that he finished the game as a substitute against Turkey on Friday, and Wales immediately win a throw-in down that right-hand side, which Connor Roberts will take into Moore in the penalty area. Touches it back on that far side. Williams helps her to Connor Roberts. Nico Williams on the far side. Chance here for Moore, and he scored! Kiefer Moore! Ball fell invitingly to him in the penalty box, and Wales have scored in the first 40 seconds. Kiefer Moore gets the first goal in the Bellamy era, and if there are any nerves, they're settled now as the big man strikes. It's Montenegro 0, Wales 1.
Perfect start, Rob. Absolutely brilliant. You hope when the ball goes forward in these kind of conditions, you get some ricochets and a bit of nervousness in the box. It's exactly what happened. Montenegro couldn't clear their lines at all. They had a few attempts at it, a few swings, and in the end it just breaks kindly for Kiefer Moore, who's really sharp and just finishes it with a great right foot, side foot, in off the post. Perfect start.
Yeah, he just reacts quicker in the box, doesn't he? All the defenders have just stood still, not reacting at all, and great reactions from Moore. Can I change my 1-0 prediction, please? That was a great start for Wales, and let's hope we get a few more tonight.
Well, we talked about the oldest debutant. That is going to be one of the quickest ever Wales goals after just 40 seconds on an early yellow card for Ethan Ampadu.
Oh, that's not good.
No, that is a bit of a worry. That's within the first 2 minutes. And Kiefer Moore gets his 13th goal for his country. And Ampadu was booked for holding back Jovetic. So it's 1-0 Wales on BBC Radio Wales. And the Bellamy era is definitely underway now as Nico Williams pushes forward down that right-hand side again. And a follow-up for Wilson. Oh, what a goal! Harry Wilson drills it from 25 yards, and in 2.5 minutes Wales are 2 up in Montenegro. Wilson with a thunderous drive.
Absolutely a brilliant finish. We're not expecting him to take the shot on, but you're thinking, well, why not in these conditions? It's really and truly, it's a real awkward one because it should be on his right foot he's taking it with, but he doesn't. He's got such a sweet left foot. He just drills it from about 25 yards and it leaves the keeper with absolutely no chance. Fantastic finish.
To be honest, Nate, it looks like he hits it with the outside of his foot.
That's what I'm saying. It looks like he was probably more set up to hit it with his right or his very straight arm, Jane. And in the end, he slices across the ball, and that is a worldy finish.
Yeah, that's a fab finish. Hey, pinch me, someone, because we're 2-0 up. It's not even 3 minutes into the game.
It is astonishing. And Turkey are leading Iceland 1-0. They took 2 minutes to score. And I'm intrigued, Nathan and Jane, that Nico Williams appears to be lining up on the right-hand side. He was on the ball again, and fair play to Wilson. He's not only scored, he helped set up the Kiefer Moore goal, but barging through on the edge of the penalty area.
To be honest, Rob, we haven't really seen organisation and positions yet. It's transitional so far, but we're reacting far quicker than the Montenegrins, thankfully, and we're getting some great chances.
Well, Wales, before this game, had gone 4 games without a goal. First time since 2012. It would actually, with their extra time against Poland, it worked out at 6 hours and 4 minutes. Add on 40 seconds, 6 hours, 4 minutes and 40 seconds without a goal, and then Wales get 2 in about a minute and a half.
Well,
it's extraordinary.
Couldn't ask for a better start, could you? You know, the war that's gone on, like we spoke about before the game, Craig Bellamy, control the controllables, right? Just focus on what you can control. And it seems that's exactly what him and his team have done. Come out of the traps really quickly. A nice snapshot by Kiefer Moore. Like Jane said, nice and sharp. First to the ball, first to react. As always, good strikers are in the box. And then we've seen an absolute worldie from Harry Wilson, it must be said.
Well, I have to say, in the last year or so, has been as good as any Wales player, I would suggest. I think he's been terrific. Scored 2 against Croatia, of course, in that.
I think the beauty of him, it gives you options, Rob, because he can play in several positions. He can play wide off the left, wide off the right. He can play central midfielder. He can play as a 10. He can play as a false 9. So he's a manager's dream.
So how do Montenegro cope with that? Rusic is trying to make his way down the right-hand side.
Yeah, often what happens in these games, Rob, is that the longer it goes, the more difficult it becomes, because you know you're going to be under some pressure back at home or from the media to say, you know, they're lesser than you, they're ranked 73 in the world, you should be, you know, beating teams like this. So the hardest thing to do is get off the mark and get a goal. But to get yourself 2 goals in 2 minutes is a great start.
So if you're on the side, Jane Ludlow, former Wales manager, do you say, well, calm it down now, lads, let's keep it tight for a couple
No, you say keep going. Keep staying in their faces. Every transition moment, get that ball and go after the goal. And look, the personality of the boss is going to be very much similar, I would have thought. It's not going to be a case of sit back. There's more goals here for us tonight.
For those who worry about his garb, he's all in black with white trainers, which are going to take some testing tonight. Right, first test for Carl Darlow from a Montenegro corner, headed out by the second Wales goal scorer Harry Wilson. Played back in, looks like an offside. And well shouted Nathan Blake. You were on the VAR.
I can't help it, Rob. I'm just it's being engaged in the game. Sorry, mate.
Oh, I'm used to that. It's okay. I'm never any other way. Nathan Blake and Jane Ludlow either side of me. I don't know who I'd rather be kicked by. Actually, I saw.
It's definitely me. Come on.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You were a tank when you played, Jane Ludlow, and that's in the nicest possible way.
I don't tackle, Rob. Although you probably say me because I tackled not to get hurt. So
yes.
I never tackled fairly.
Okay, well, we won't have a competition over it. You're not going to fight over it, don't worry.
Well, let's tackle you in the corridors outside, shall we?
I couldn't tackle a cooked dinner, as you well know. 2-0 Wales, 7.5 minutes gone in Nikšić, which is about 30 miles from Podgorica. Lovely city, actually, Podgorica. As there's a break here on down this right-hand side. Mugosha plays his football in Korea, and it's drilled wide. And that was Kristovic, who plays his football in Lecce in Italy.
Just go, Rob. It's an absolutely worldy pass or cross into the box. It's a striker's dream. Early ball into the box behind the defender. And look, Connor Roberts doesn't even attempt to play the ball. Usually you see them stretching. He knew he was done. All ends up. But he's got to come onto that and hit the target at least. He's got to make the keeper make a save. That's a great opportunity missed.
He was, as you say, it was laid on a plate for him, wasn't it, by the run of Mugosha.
Well, it's bounced, and it's bounced at a nice height for you as you're coming onto the ball. Didn't have to change his stride. Lovely side foot. If anything, he's probably tried to be too precise with that. It's gone for the far corner, and I would say as long as you hit the target, the idea always is get it past the keeper. Don't worry about the corners. Worry about getting it past the keeper.
2-0 Wales. Montenegro seeing some of the ball now. Lewis Kumas back helping out his defenders. Craig Bellamy almost looks as if he wants to get involved, but he stays off the pitch. Ball is just on the edge of the 10 yards from the Wales penalty area. Played forward, Wilson was taken out. No foul, says the referee, who was right there. It's brought forward again, and a misplaced pass, looking for Kamaj, and then Kamaj goes in strongly.
A yellow card. I'm not surprised if he doesn't get a yellow for that. But late.
It's on Ben Davis, the Wales captain. Kamaj apologises to the referee, who takes the apology. No yellow card.
Bit dangerous the way the ball is starting to hold up on the pitch, Rob. That is a concern. And you can see the pitch is cutting up dreadfully. I just noticed that the ball wasn't rolling as free just a moment or two ago, and with the rain that's coming down, the last thing you want is this game being abandoned.
It is emptying down. Kiefer Moore's goal has been timed at 37 seconds.
I thought you were pushing it when you said 40.
Well, I had to look down at my clock, didn't I?
No, it wasn't that. It was dodgy information from our producer.
Well, there was that. I thought it was about 40. I never criticise Radio Rod. 2-0 Wales on BBC Radio Wales. Do not adjust your sets because we've only played 10 minutes. Kiefer Moore scored after 37 seconds, and Harry Wilson scored an absolute stunner after about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. I might be a few seconds out on the second one. And Montenegro put a chance wide as well. So it's all happening as the rain falls in Nikšić. As Jovetic plays the ball back on the near side. This is Rubezic, then into the midfield, helped across by Jovovic. Burst down the left-hand side by Vukcevic. And it goes up for a goal kick. Let's hope Wales dominate the ball.
Well, organisationally, they're a bit different to what we were expecting, because I think we were expecting them to step on the pitch with a back three that kind of goes into a back five today, but it's not. It's a back four, and he's pushed Williams into midfield on the right hand side, so a little bit different to what we were expecting.
Yeah.
Ball given away on the edge of the Wales penalty area. Jovetic has it. Left hand side of the box. Connor Roberts gets goal side and chipped in, headed away by Chris Mepham. I always say it, when you try and play out from the back, you live by the sword, but you can perish by it as well. But it's the way, isn't it? It's the modern way.
Yeah, it's just one of those things you have to accept, Rob.
It wasn't a bad clearance by Mijatovic, but it was ran away from Marusic. And it's 2-0. Yeah, Jovovic plays his football in Uzbekistan with Sogdiona Jizak. And Mugosha plays for Icheon United in Korea. So they travel far and wide. And in fact, last season, Mugosha played in the J-League. And Kiefer Moore, well, he's got a goal. He's at Sheffield United. And he's now on 13 for Wales since his debut against Belarus in 2019. He's been a real boon to Wales. He may have a red bandage on. He seems to end up with every game with a red bandage, but didn't affect his sharpshooting there. Ampadu lazily flips the ball out to Kumas on this left-hand side. Not too much seen of Lewis Kumas yet. Roden in midfield swaps places with passes with Connor Roberts. Mepham steps over halfway. Wilson, the other Wales goal scorer, steps short, and Davis, the captain, has it out to Kumas on this left side again. Kumas holds it up back to Davis midway inside the Montenegro half, and then a slip ball from Amadou given away. Oh, and it's hit the bar from Jovetic and just inside his own half. It takes some special player to do that. And poor Caldalo, wasn't much he could have done about that.
What an effort, Rob. Absolute brilliant effort. Great vision from Jovetic. You know, as soon as he struck it, you thought that's got a real chance. And only by the grace it's hit the crossbar and gone over, but you know, Caldalo's getting nowhere near it. It just goes to show you give that ball away midfield and this team can cause you a problem.
Here's Wilson, goes to ground, ball is carried on by Cooper, he's brought down as well, and the referee is given the second free kick, which is closer. Milos Brinovic brought down Ollie Cooper.
That was cynical as well, that was, Rob. I'm surprised he's not given a red card for that, because he was never getting the ball. It's called a professional foul.
Yeah.
It's the kind of tackle Jane would have done on me back in the day.
I'd have had you before then. I wouldn't have waited till the edge of the box.
That was a stunning effort, Jane, from Jovetic.
I thought he was in, to be honest. I was silent. I thought he was in. But it again, we're moving Roberts into midfield when we're building up play. And it worries me a little bit with regards to defensive balance behind, because obviously you're pushing your right back into centre midfield to play alongside Ampadu when we're building up. And I was just looking at actually what a Montenegro leaving against that. And at times they've got two forwards sitting behind that midfield.
Yeah.
So it's potentially a threat.
I think it comes from Craig's Burnley days, to be honest with you, Jane. It's very much how they played. They would get their inverted full-backs into the midfield position and almost create like a box four with the two centre halves.
It's great in possession.
Absolutely.
You can push one further up.
Yeah, this free kick is 2 yards outside the Montenegro penalty area. Left of the D, Nico Williams and Harry Wilson are going to take it. Williams touches it for Wilson, and he hits that well wide of Mijatovic's right-hand post.
Yeah,
getting higher as well.
It's one of them, Rob. I'd be saying, just hit the target. Try and bounce it before him, if anything. Right? Skid it off the ground. Don't worry about too much power. Just hit the target, and then everyone following on the keeper.
The ball Whereas with Darlow now, you can't take your eyes off this. You have to say it's been riveting stuff so far. If this is the Craig Bellamy era, wow.
Edge of your seat stuff.
Yeah, it is edge of the seat stuff, yeah. Well, he always played on the edge, didn't he?
He did. He's very much Marmite to a certain extent, but you know, you love him or you don't love him to a certain extent. But I think I'd love to say in 5 years' time every Welsh fan loves him because we've been successful.
Yeah, so say all of us. But Montenegro not giving this one up, and Darlos to just shuffle across on his knees to collect a low drive from Jovovic from well outside the penalty area, the Uzbekistani-based player who won 2 Montenegrin titles with Sutjeska, who play on this ground, so he's well used to it. Slipped by Ollie Cooper then, but Kiefer Moore takes control, sprays the ball out to the right hand side. Roberts, who loves getting forward in pink and yellow boots tonight. Don't know if they'll be pink by the end of the night with this pitch, but it looks like it's stopped raining, temporarily at least. Cooper slipped again, and he's given the ball away. Montenegro are not unused to flying people forward. Jovetic definitely plays the ball for him, just skids off the turf, and too strong for Brnovic. 2-0 Wales after just 17 and a half minutes. I'm alongside Nathan Blake and Jane Ludlow.
I'm just looking at Ollie Cooper there, getting a longer blade in my boot. And a couple of rugby studs from back in the day. I'm saying blades, come out right at the end of my career, but getting the 6 studs and getting the longer stud in the boot. This pitch is cutting up. Ollie Cooper is slip sliding a bit.
Foot race with Lewis Kumas, but Marusic won out on that, but Wales have got a throw in, which Davis wants to take quickly. That's when you notice most. They want to do everything really quickly, Jim.
Yeah, energy. And look, there's obviously a positive buzz around the place right now, and hopefully we can sustain that by getting good results. And, you know, if the scoreline stays as it is, then it'll be a great result tonight.
He's going back towards Darlow, who's wearing all black with, looks like a trim, yellow trim. Clears right-footed, wearing number 1. Awkward back pass for Mijatovic on his 40th cap, and he didn't appreciate that. Sliced the clearance out for a throw-in. Wasn't a lot he could do with it. Ollie Cooper again slips over, this time with a little nudge from Brnovic. And Robert Prozinecki, what a player he was, by the way. 55 now, apparently smoked right the way through his career. But he had some skill, won the European Cup. For the younger listeners, that's the forerunner to the Champions League with Steaua Bucharest in 1991. As Ampadu slips this time, he's on a booking as well. And Brnovic is into the penalty area, thinks about shooting, does so, ricochets back to him, second shot bounces off Harry Wilson, out for Montenegro's second corner.
They're very transitional as a team, Montenegro, aren't they? When they're pinching or turning the ball over in the middle of the park, it's not a case of retain possession, it's a case of let's go forwards and let's get as many numbers forward as we can.
Yeah, they're definitely used to that, aren't they? Almost playing a counter-attack style football. Not used to having possession that much, but they do it very well. Dangerous on the counter.
Kamaj, who plays his football with Kisvarda in Hungary, is going to take this. Left corner, right-footed, curls it in. Half cleared by the Wales defence. And it's a thunderous drive into the face of Nico Williams. He gets a round of applause from his teammates. He didn't have much option but to take that. He's okay though. Oh, actually, I think it bounced. Catch him on the side of the head, maybe. I think he may have taken a bit of it on his shoulder.
I think it was a shoulder rub.
Yeah, but he's held his head, so good thinking on his part. As Wales come away with it with Cooper down the left-hand side, cut out the ball to Lewis Kumas, and then Cooper wins it back. Kiefer Moore takes it 10 yards outside the penalty area. And it's going to go out for Wales's first corner. They lead him by 2-0. Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson inside the first 2.5 minutes. There's Cameras who got across for the corner. It's a left-sided corner, which is going to be swung in. Moore is up. So is Mepham. So is Ben Davis, tonight's captain. He's got 2 goals as Ben Davis. Taken short to Wilson on this left-hand side. Wilson again. Moves forward. Nico Williams may try a shot from outside the box. Didn't really connect. Picked up and brought away from the penalty area by Kristovic. It's played forward and Kamaz gets there, but Mepham slides in and ushers the ball out for a throw-in. Midway through the first half here on BBC Radio Wales, Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson. Kiefer Moore, one of the fastest goals in Wales football history, just 37 seconds.
Is there a quicker one, Rob?
You've tested me, and apparently even the FAW don't know. Well, if they don't know, mind you, I won't let any secrets out. I don't want to embarrass anyone, but they got Ben Davis's caps wrong on the initial squad announcement.
Is it 51?
What?
Ben Davis?
No, he's on 88 now with this one. 4 behind Neville Southall, as I said earlier. Jovetic, tried a little pirouette then on the edge of the box, but the ball got away from him, and it's spoofed clear by Mepham for a Wales throw inside the Montenegro half. Calm down a bit now, Jane.
It has, but just watching the last 10 minutes of this game, the pitch is going to be the decider tonight for in which team deals with it best. There's so many of the players right now on a receive moment, they're slipping, they're falling everywhere. Mm-hmm. But it's happening to both sets of players. Hopefully there won't be moments in and around the box.
It's about getting the distances right on that sort of pitch, isn't it, Jane? And then making sure you don't go to the ground unless it's absolutely necessary.
Yeah, it's cutting up something awful right now.
You don't think there's any danger to the game, though?
Well, if the rain continues or you have a really heavy downpour, what I was saying is the ball isn't rolling as freely. It's not zipping, is it?
That's typical Welsh luck, isn't it? Get 2-0 up and then the game's called off.
We were saying before the game, it served us well because the ball's going to be so zippy, but it's not. It's not rolling as quickly as it was.
Well, it's 2-0. Enjoy it while we can. And it's been... If they win this one, it'll be an impressive start to Craig Bellamy's reign. We wonder where the goals were on Friday, but 2 arrived in 2.5 minutes in the next game. Good header forward as well by Davis. Breaks to Lewis Kumas, who was ready to pull the trigger inside the box, but Rubezic, the Aberdeen-based player, the centre-back, got back to drill that out for Wales' second corner.
I was going to say, why isn't he offside? And now I see why. The defender's playing him on, playing them both on. If that had been a goal, I would think as a centre-back, Jane, you would tear shreds off him, wouldn't you?
The right back was about 25 yards behind the rest of his back line.
Yeah.
Wilson with the corner from the left-hand side, outswinger, left-footed. It was aimed towards Ben Davis, who flew at it, but it just evaded him. Picked up on the far side by Connor Roberts, takes the throw into Lewis Kumas, but it's dealt with by Sipcic, one of the 2 players in the side who play at Cartagena in the Segunda League, the second league in Spain.
Catania.
Well, it's spelled
C-A-R-T-E-N-G-A.
No, C-A-R-T-A-G-E-N-A.
Okay.
Is this a spelling test tonight?
I think it's Catania near Murcia. Rob.
No, I think Catania
It's a different one, is it?
Yeah, I think so. He's actually on loan from Tenerife. That's easier, isn't it? I've been there.
I'll do it. Tenerife.
But is
Player like.
well, you know. And the other player from the club in Spain, sometimes known as Cartagena, is on loan from Mexican club FC Juarez. Apparently it's Cartagena. This is the same man who said, "Can you more score?"
Yeah, the 40-second man. So listen to him.
Anyway, 2-0 Wales. And they're on the break again, right-hand side. Nico Williams ploughing forward. He's got Lewis Kumas making a run in the middle. I think he tried to pick up Ollie Cooper.
He did, it was clever.
But it was cut out before it got there. That's now with Wilson on that far touchline. Ambles. He's got Ampadu available. Goes back row to Mepham. Mepham into Cooper. Touch for Ampadu. Ampadu of Leeds United. Good ball from Roden into Roberts now. Moore. Oh, and he almost got Harry Wilson away. It's good stuff, Jane Ludlow.
Yeah, the last few minutes they've tried to control the tempo of the game a little bit more. It has slowed, but not necessarily a bad thing from a Welsh perspective. They're just trying to get the foot on the ball and just control it.
Well, the Montenegro fans have not given up. They are in good voice. And they're on the ball now. That's this near side. Marusic leaves it to Kamaj. Kamaj floats in across. Too strong for everybody. Will it be kept in on the far side? It is. By Kristovic. Kristovic curls it back into the box, but that's easily played away by Ampadu. And ball forward, looking for Kiefer Moore, he's stumbling. And he missed out on getting the ball.
There's definitely more goals in this game for Wales. Montenegro are just really.
Well, I suppose they're going to go for it now.
Well, they're taking chances.
Yeah.
Because they have to. What you don't want is them getting back in the game because, you know, it'll become a really difficult task because the crowd will go up, no doubt, and the players' confidence will grow very quickly.
Good turn that time by Kamaj and then floated across the box by Mugosha, picked up on the far side. Oh, maybe a chance here. Great save, Darlow, and then off the line from Ben Davis. But Darlow denied Jovetic. They are not out of this game, Montenegro, you have to say. They're really giving it a go, and they are threatening the Wales goal. That was a double escape, really. Got the crowd bouncing literally at the far stand.
Absolutely. I have to say the conditions are really playing dividend for Montenegro more than Wales, you'd say. Wales want to keep the ball and knock it around, but as you can see by those pictures, the rain just has not stopped. It was a great save with Darlow because the shot takes a deflection.
Did, and then it was a double save by Darlow.
And that equally by Davis.
And then off the line from Kamaj by Ben Davis.
That's a great double save from Darlow.
Give him a lot of confidence. Montenegro corner, left hand side. Nico Williams heads it up from the edge of the penalty area. Lewis Kumas picks it up. And he's shrugged off his man. He's got Wilson up ahead of him. Slides through the ball to Wilson. Lovely turn by Wilson to play in Nico Williams into the penalty area. First touch was a bit strong. Sliding challenge took it away from Nico Williams by Vukcevic.
Just needed to come onto that and just pass it, Rob. It's like trying to hit someone over 25, 30 yards. Just pass that. Use a bit of height. Just bend it. Keep it so far off his line.
Yeah, he looked to receive it, and he was really tentative, wasn't he? It was like decision making. Am I taking on my right? Am I taking on my left? And then ends up being a heavy touch.
Yeah. And I think the shape of it, once he takes a touch, because it's not going in front of him, it's going across him, it's always going to be favourable for the defender. A great move by Wales.
Wilson corner from the left, 31 and a half minutes on the clock. Wilson takes it left-footed, headed down, and cleared away. Only as far as Wilson, who's headed back to the halfway line. Roberts picks out Cooper on the left touchline. Midway inside the Montenegro half. Wales playing from right to left, all in yellow. Montenegrin flags flying in the far stand. Plenty of those rainproof jackets on. Ponchos, that's what they call them, isn't it? Ponchos. I should have had one for Shania Twain concert at the Chepstow Racecourse. Got absolutely drenched. It wasn't as
I don't know whether to go on the poncho or the Shania Twain concert.
What are you doing on the Shania Twain concert anyway?
Well, you know, why not?
You wear cowboy boots too?
That was a good rocking night, actually. It was good. But I should have had a poncho. Roberts takes the touch going back towards his own penalty area, gets it back to Darlow, takes the touch to his right, helps it out towards Ben Davis. Davis clears on the edge of the box, flicked on by Moore, couldn't control the header, out for a Montenegrin throw in down the right hand side. Don't make Shania Twain then, Jay?
I actually do
be
like
right
Shania
should have been
Twain.
there. You could have let me away.
For some reason, I didn't expect that to come out of your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
In the sense of that's the concert you'd choose.
Well, anyway, me. 2-0 Wales. Montenegro have an uphill task. You do feel, we keep saying it, you do feel that there are more goals in this, and if Wales play their cards right, they can get a couple more. As the ball goes into their box off a deflection, but Darlow, his handling has been pretty good so far in the rain, you have to say.
Yeah, it's clever though from Montenegro, because they're wasting no time in getting that ball in the box. It's almost like first time, first touch, or one touch and then feed it in. And in fairness, really good balls as well. That was not great, but the intention was really good.
Carl Darlow, Leeds United. He's very much their second keeper to Meslier, but he's the grandson of 1958 World Cup squad member Ken Leake. And that's how he qualifies for Wales. Turned down their overtures a couple of times, and the Ryan Giggs on one occasion, but Craig Bellamy said he had no problem, didn't have to persuade him, made the call, and he was up for it.
Always helps when you've been to a Euros and a World Cup, Rob.
Probably does.
Always helps.
Probably does. I'm not sure you say no to Craig Bellamy either, but there we go. I wouldn't. Right, Robert Earnshaw, I'm reliably informed, scored after 43 seconds against Scotland in 2004. So Kiefer Moore beats that, and he's trying again. But this time it flies off his right boot. He's high and wide.
Wilson. He's just got to give that to Harry Wilson. He can either play a 1-2 really sharp, or just literally follow the pass in into Harry. And if it gets intercepted or he gets tackled, you're there to pick up the second ball. But he really and truly should have fed that into his teammate. It was the better option.
Italy have just gone one up against Israel. Plenty of other games around Europe tonight in this Nations League. This is B4 group. Turkey still one up in Iceland as Wilson is sandwiched. It's been really lively, Harry Wilson, tonight.
Yeah, Montenegro starting to get that press wrong as well. Wales getting out far too easily now.
There's a lot of space on the pitch when we're building right now. A lot of space between the back line and the midfield for Montenegro.
Pretty cynical challenge from Jovetic as well. He was booked in the 2-0 defeat in Iceland. The other players who were booked are not involved. Actually, I say Turkey are 1-up against Iceland. Iceland have just equalised, so it's 1-1. Aktaroglu put Turkey ahead, and Palsson has equalised 8 minutes before half-time.
That's great for us, that. It stays like that, and it stays like this.
Davis now fires it forward, looking for keeper more, but too strong. Montenegro won their last 2 official home games. They were aiming for 3 in a row, although those 2 home games were played in Turkey, but they do count as home games. They've got a lot to do here as Wales lead 2-0. Marusic into the penalty area. Almost broke to Kanja. Brought away by Davis, up to Moore. Wales have got men free on the right-hand side. Cooper tries to go himself, goes to ground, no foul, says the referee.
Yeah, he's got to pass it.
Yeah.
He's got an option to his left or 2 to his right. Harry Wilson is in acres again.
It's not necessarily the type of pitch now to be dribbling the ball.
And he's that type of player, right, Jane? He likes to carry the ball and run with the ball, but common sense got to tell him, right, just get it, give it.
Right, it's not the fastest Wales goal. Keeper Mo's on the ball now. It was an own goal, Wales-Azerbaijan in March 2003 after 15 seconds.
I mean, how do you do that? How do you get that information while we're playing? You're a genius, Rob. An absolute genius.
No, Radio Rod is a genius, and he's so confident that we're doing a good job. He's looking up all that. Great run down the left-hand side. Chance here for Jovetic. Hits Ben Davis. Header was going towards goal.
I don't think you can give handball for that. Davis's hands are by his side.
I think we might have shouted though if it was at the other end. Davis has to clear, gets into a bit of a tangle, and now
he's headed it onto him for me.
Yeah. Jovetic is just saying to the referee, are you going to have a look at VAR?
He's made his mind up, I think.
Yeah, I think he has. Jovetic header.
Ooh. It's a warning for us because that's a free header just around the 6-yard box, and does it touch his arm?
It does hit
his arm, but I don't think his arm is out extended.
Jovetic crosses into the box again, and that time it's a header over the top from Mugosha. Hristovic.
They're winning the first contact from the aerial balls more often than not, Montenegro, so it is something we need to tighten up on for the rest of this game.
That rain is unbelievable, huh?
Yeah, it's Montenegro is called the Black Mountain. That's what it means, Montenegro. It's you know where it is. It's surrounded by Albania, Kosovo, Serbia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, and on the other side is the Adriatic Sea. And they've got 17 beaches apparently in quite a short space, which I suspect plenty of the Wales fans have been to, because apparently the weather was really good yesterday, but it's empty down there today. 2-0 Wales lead. It's not quite a beach out there, but it's there's plenty of water around. Jovetic a stray pass. I mean, he's 34, but he still looks as if he's got a bit about him, doesn't he?
Yeah, I actually thought the striker should have made a move there for me. If he slips over, no problem, but I think that was a great ball.
Jovetic, he pulls into the pockets well. His timing and movement's great. He always looks like he's got time on the receive. So physically, he might be going a little bit downhill with the age he is, but he can still control this game for Montenegro in possession right now.
And for the first time since I can't remember this happening while I've been commentating before. He's been picked for his country. He's actually a free agent. I can't remember too many times where I've sort of done a team sheet and there's no club. He's just a free agent. Just seeing the goals again. Kiefer Moore pounced on. Good work by Harry Wilson. And then 2 minutes later, Harry Wilson hit a belter, which just eluded the diving Mijatovic.
It's so straight. That's why he has to hit it with the outside of his left foot.
The ball spinning that way, can't you? It's a brilliant goal. Harry Wilson doesn't score tap-ins, as far as I can see.
Yeah, he has a good catalogue of goals. Fair play to him. That was a peach.
That was number 9. And he's
got a substitution here, Rob. I think someone's going off injured.
Brennan Johnson is coming on. I think we saw Connor Roberts holding his arm. Sure, Burnley will hope there's nothing too untoward.
Yeah, they'll go to a back four. Johnson will go on the right, probably.
So Roberts' game is over after 43 minutes. Brennan Johnson.
Substitution Wales, player number 14.
Looks all right, Connor Roberts, but
player number 11, Brennan Johnson.
There you go. So we'll see where Brennan Johnson ends up. Kumas is on the left. Johnson is on that right-hand side. His 29th cap for Wales. He's got 3 goals, which for a player of his quality, Jane, you'd like to think he can improve on that.
Yeah, and we'd hope that he could as well. He has the ability to. It's just getting in the right place at the right time.
Straight down the right-hand side, cross into the box again.
Great defending.
Really good defending headed away by Nico Williams. And then Moore helps her on to Wilson, who sends Kumas down the left-hand side. Kumas shows enough strength to hold on to the ball. It was actually decent defended by Marusic. And then it's a pretty cynical foul by Brunovic.
Yeah, Brunovic claiming he got the ball, which he did after he took out the man.
On Kumas. So can Wales finish the half as they started it? We're into the last 2 minutes. We're into the last minute now, and they were already a goal up in the first minute.
Dead aggressive, that referee, isn't he? I've seen him a few times now having a pop with players. Well, having a pop with Harry Wilson.
He's got a skinhead cut,
and he's like giving him the glare as well.
He looks hard, doesn't he?
Look, he's still going on.
He does, yeah. He's pretty well built as well. Wilson with a free kick, 11 yards from the right corner of the penalty area. Curls it into the middle, headed out by Mugosha. There's a battling for it. Ampadu decides to go back to his Leeds clubmate Darlow, who's had a sound start in his Wales career. His belated Wales career, is fair to say. Switch passes with another Leeds clubmate, Roden. Helps her out to Ben Davis, the captain. There's 1 minute of added time to play. Flights it out to Brennan Johnson. First touch of him on that right-hand side. Gets support from Williams. Williams tries to play it inside the fullback for Johnson. Played away left-footed by Mijatovic. Bouncing awkwardly for Williams. And Kristovic just got his body in the between man and ball, and the free kick is taken quickly. This is Kamaj, left-footed shot, curled it, tried to curl it inside the far post. I think Darla had it covered and it went wide.
His hand away, Rob. He did dive into his right-hand side, and he pulls his right arm away from it.
full by any means. The stadium holds just over 5,000, and that is the half-time whistle. Well, what a start from Wales. They were 2-up inside the first 2.5 minutes. Key for more after just 37 seconds, and to give Wales a brilliant start. Then Harry Wilson with a humdinger just a minute or so later, and there's been chances for either side since then. Wales have lost Connor Robertson. They've got more attacking strength on in Brennan Johnson. It's slipping and sliding out there, but Wales have got the advantage, and at half-time Craig Bellamy is within sight of his first win as Wales manager. It's Montenegro 0, Wales 2. Thanks very much. Well, the game is still on at the moment. We're underway. No changes at the start of that second half, although Wales have lost Connor Roberts, replaced by Brennan Johnson just before the interval. We'll get news on that, of course, after the game, and for all the updates, we're going to be on the BBC Sport Wales page tomorrow, or later tonight. I hope that's not thunder. Fireworks, yeah.
You can see that going up behind the main stand.
There you go, as the red and yellow striped flag comes out on the far side, and Nico Williams has to clear from his own penalty area. Jovetic, who's the big danger, their best player, and one of their best players of all time, Montenegro, has got the ball on the right hand side. He's got 2 to aim for the box. He finds the head of Ethan Ampadu. Wales all in yellow with the green sashes, and Montenegro playing in their usual all red and gold flashes. They played from right to left. And there is a change for Wales, actually. It's Sorba Thomas is on.
It's Brennan Johnson who's come back off.
Well, that is an odd one if that's the case, because Brennan Johnson only went on 2 minutes. So let's just have a look. Nathan Roden and Ampadu are right out there. Wilson is still there. Cooper is still there, as Wales have to defend again. Davis.
Got Brennan on the left.
Oh, that's Brennan on the left. So maybe it was Lewis Kumas has gone off, I think. Yeah, looks like Lewis Kumas has been replaced by Sorba Thomas. Just got confirmation of that. Sorba Thomas, who had a wow of a game against Turkey, his first Wales appearance for a year, his first start for 2 years. As Montenegro are testing Wales again, this time Ben Davies equal to it again, made one brilliant goal line clearance in that first half. And they got nothing to lose, as we've been saying. Brnovic brings in Sipcic on halfway. Brnovic again, headbander on his keep the hair in check. Ball out to the right hand side. Again, there are a couple of players in the box for Montenegro. It's not the best cross, but it will be picked up by Vukcevic on the left hand side, wearing number 2. Back to Sipcic. Sipcic. It's picked up once more, and they tried to feed it out. It was Jovetic tried to feed it out to Vukcevic, but Wales can come away with it through Nico Williams. Does he win the throw? Brnovic doesn't think so. Oh, then Brnovic goes down, catching his head. Nico Williams gets a yellow card. Can't believe that.
That's quite harsh, to be fair. He's moving the boy out of the way so he can take the throw quicker.
It's his first yellow, in that he wasn't one of the Wales players on a yellow from the Turkey game. A lively start already, Nathan Blake. I think Brnovic has picked up a yellow card as well.
Yeah, I'm just, again, Rob, just looking at the rain. It's coming down in sheets there.
It hasn't stopped.
No, it hasn't stopped. It's been non-stop.
Maybe the ref will notice.
Hopefully, just look at the amount of water that's coming up off the pitch now. Oh, wow.
Well, Bernovic was clutching his eye, and all Nico Williams did was spin him round with his hands around his chest. As Johnson chases in vain for a ball down the left-hand side. Elsewhere in the group, it's Turkey 1, Iceland 1. Aktaroglu put Turkey ahead. Paulsen equalised. And at the moment, Iceland top the group with 4 points alongside Wales, and Turkey have 2. Montenegro yet to get a point, and facing an uphill task to get one here, as Vukcevic is kept in check by Sorba Thomas on as a substitute. Ball out wide to Vukcevic again, up against Nico Williams, heads to the byline. Caught Williams after he'd stabbed in the foot to knock it up for a corner. It is a corner to Montenegro. They're first of this second half.
It's actually a free kick, isn't it?
It does look like, to be fair. Oh, he whacks him in his left shin. That hurts.
There's not much, there's not much rolling around there and, false play. It's a proper kick.
Chris Mepham has got
He's got his chain on.
His chain. Sean Connolly, the miracle worker, the Wales medical staff, has been for a while. Man who got Joe Ledley fit in 2016 against all odds. And that worked out.
These are the moments that are frustrating when a player has to leave the pitch for those things.
Yeah. So Wales are down to 10 men now as they defend this left-sided corner. 51 minutes on the clock. And the corner's taken short, and it's a low drive from Vukcevic. It wasn't brilliant, and Ampadu has led the counter-attack, and Sorba Thomas is herring forward. Was Ampadu taken out?
No, not for me. He should have been looking, he was looking to go right and there was no one there. He should have just gone to Sorba Thomas on his left-hand side, or at least travelled in that direction.
Well, I thought Jovovic might have taken him out then, but...
No, he lost control of the ball, Rob. He put it too far ahead of him. One of your touches.
You never saw me play for Pontypridd YMCA, did you?
No, I just heard.
Yeah, well... My coach is the former Premier League referee Keith Cooper, who you will know, Jane. I'm not a player he remembers fondly, it's fair to say.
Always moaning.
What, Keith or me?
No, you.
2-0 Wales, not moaning about this score. As there's a burst forward, ball out to the left-hand side. Kristovic of Lecce floats the ball into the box, headed up by Roden. Moore plays it back to Roden, who finds Wilson. Wilson beats one man, but then Bernovic slides in.
Yeah, they're hurting themselves, Wales, because Moore's coming too deep. He needs to stay up amongst the 3 or 4 defenders, so he's a release ball to play into.
Kills it through, and shot is stabbed wide by Stefan Mugosha. Now, Radio Rod, he's just brilliant. Here are the UEFA regulations. If a match cannot start or cannot be played in full, the full or remaining match time is, as a rule, played on the next day. If a match cannot be rescheduled the next day, the UEFA administration fixes a new date during or as close as possible to the international calendar window concerned. And as a rule, a rescheduled match is played at the same venue. If the circumstances require a change of venue, the UEFA administration must approve the alternative venue. Corner is headed away, and in cases of real emergency, they can play without spectators. As Montenegro win another corner.
Well, if it's rained off tonight, you couldn't really see it being playable tomorrow, could you?
No, and if the ref calls it off through this second half, the remaining match time must be played. Corner comes in from the right-hand side this time. Hoisted away by Ben Davis. Turkey are now 2-1 up against Iceland. Aktaroglu's got a second. Wales under pressure here, leading 2-0. Nico Williams lets that cross drift past his body out to this right-hand side, and his clearance is hit with sufficient force that Kamaj can only knock it out for a throw. Jane Ledlow, thoughts on what you've seen in the opening 10 minutes?
Well, the opening 10 minutes of the second half is the game. The game's only been played in our half right now, so it's a little bit concerning. They're not creating open chances right now in Montenegro, but we've struggled to get hold of the ball. And if we have, we've caused ourselves our own problems. As Nathan said, we're losing the ball too easy right now. But as I say this, we're in possession, backline, holding onto the ball, just slowing the game down. Look, in a way, we're 2-0 up. We could really kill this game by just keeping our foot on the ball right now and maintain the 2-0. So it'll be interesting to see what we do. Can we build a little bit better and retain the ball with a little bit more movement and obviously good decisions? Or do we just look to keep the 2-0 right now?
Nathan Blake, what would you do?
I think you just, not sit, but try and maintain possession as much as you can. If you get a third goal in the process, brilliant. Just make sure you keep that that back door locked. Make sure there's no sort of opportunities, or if there are, they're only half opportunities. But you keep yourself a clean sheet, because it's them scoring which is going to change this game, if anything. I don't think the flow of the game is going to change much. I don't think the weather is permitting, to be honest with you, Rob.
No, you're right. The referee looks happy to carry on. And if he says yes, it's yes as far as I'm concerned.
He looks like my eagle-eye action man from back in the day.
He's got features that suggest he wouldn't mind a brawl, doesn't he? Jovetic outside of the boot, out to the left-hand side, cross into the box again. Roden gets up this time. And maybe keeper Morgan sees on a loose pass. He's up towards Harvey. He's through the centre circle now. Just felt the slightest of touches. Went to ground. And it's a booking for Marusic of Lazio. You can hear the rain coming down on the microphones. It is a bit disconcerting, I will say. But so far so good. 12 minutes into the second half. 2-0 Wales. Kiefer Moore after 37 seconds. Harry Wilson after just over 2 minutes. Darlow making his debut, the oldest post-war debutant. Chips it up towards Sorba Thomas. That was a push. Thomas now plays his football in Nantes, saying how much he's changed. Had a few serious conversations after Huddersfield were relegated. Brennan Johnson into the penalty area, shot. Good save by the keeper, breaks to Thomas. Thomas in the penalty area, trying to lay it back. Sets up for Nico Williams, who drives it well wide. That was a chance of Brennan Johnson.
It was a great chance, good strike. But we just see him, he drives in off the left-hand side, puts it on his right foot, and he gets some power on that strike. But unfortunately, couldn't react to the rebound, could we?
Yeah, it's the opportunity for Sorba Thomas to put the ball back in the box, which is probably the most disappointing part of that. And Nico Williams has just cut across the ball too much. He's tried to lace it in the middle, but he's caught it right on his instep and just dragged it wide. But I think Sorba Thomas could have made a bit more of that opportunity.
Ball forward for Kristovic, the rising star of Montenegro football, and then Jovetic is taken out by Cooper on the edge of the box. Jovetic, I think, is asking for a yellow card for Ollie Cooper. No, he's shown us his teeth because he thinks there may be a bit of blood coming from there, but I can't see any.
As well, doesn't he? He sees him come in and he just flicks him out the corner.
I think it's his shoulder that catches Jovetic in the face.
His dad Kevin would have been proud of that, Kevin Cooper.
Been proud of a tackle, Coops.
Yeah. But those big blue boots are stood over the ball. Or along alongside the ball, so it is going to be Stevan Jovetic, 36 goals for his country, chance to make it 37 with a free kick 3 or 4 yards outside the Wales penalty area to the left of the D. 3 in the wall. More Mepham and Davis.
Rebounds.
Hits it right-footed, hits the wall. Wall did its job then. It was a low shot actually by Jovetic, who picks up the ball again left side. Outside with his right boot into the penalty area, and that was a poor header by Mugosha, because it was tamely headed wide when he had time then. And Ollie Cooper is being replaced by Jordan James. Jane Ludlow.
Well, look, it's good to see Jordan James come on and impact the game, because he's done ever so well in all the opportunities he's had so far. I guess if you're coming off the pitch now and you're Cooper, you'll be really pleased. You guys start, you've got on the pitch. You'd be disappointed, I guess, the last bit was that tackles giving away the free kick. But no, a performance that he can build on, definitely.
Well, Jordan James has been a real standout player. It's only his 13th cap, but he's already established himself as a mainstay in the heart of that midfield. It's now 3-1 to Turkey. Aktaroglu has got a hat-trick. So Turkey will top the group tonight. Italy are now 2-0 up in Israel. Moise Keane has got their second goal. France are 1-up against Belgium. That's in League A. Actually, the Turkey third goal is subject to VAR check. In League B, outside of Wales's group, it's Norway 1, Austria 1, and Slovenia 2, Kazakhstan 0. And in League C, Kosovo 1, 4-0 in Cyprus, and Romania in League C are 1-0 with Lithuania. Turkey goal's been disallowed for offside, so they're 2-1 up rather than 3-1 up. That's a poor ball, seized upon by Harry Wilson. Wilson edge of the penalty area, and the player who gave him the ball has just won it back off him as he went into the box. That was Rubezic, I think, the Aberdeen player.
I think Harry just lost a bit of concentration there. He was thinking to himself, I'm in such a good position, I'm just going to work onto my left foot and bend it. Pitch didn't do him no favours at all, but he was already thinking what he was going to do before he'd actually done it.
Sober Thomas right side, ball in the box of James. Wilson turns, can't find a way through, goes back out to Sober Thomas. Wales need a bit of this pressure in the second half. Good ball in, and it went between two Wales players. Moore was waiting for it, headed back in by Ampadu, cleared away from the left edge of the right edge of the Montenegro penalty area, and Jovetic charges down an attempted ball for it by Ben Davis. 2-0 Wales lead, 62 minutes on the clock. The rain keeps coming down. Craig Bellamy unbound, no hat, wet t-shirt, wet coat, wet trousers, but feeling really warm inside of this Wales performance, I'm sure. It's going to be a Wales throw, high up in it is. Right side, Nico Williams will take it. A few of the Wales subs warming up on the side. Williams takes 2 steps back. Wilson and Thomas are there. Now he throws it straight to a red shirt. Ampadu follows up though, drills it across the box. Moore almost got in there, just went past him and drifts out for a goal kick.
Yeah, I don't think he really he's attacked it, but I think he might have got a little nudge from behind, which has put him off balance a bit. It didn't really look like he thought it was going to come to him, but landed right on the end of his toe, really.
Just a reminder, Wales' next game is away to Iceland on October the 11th, and then at home to Montenegro at the Cardiff City Stadium on October the 14th. Bijadovic chips the ball away, but it's picked up in midfield by Jordan James. Strong run for the Wren player.
Good play.
Great play. Finds Thomas wide on the right hand side. Poor cross from Thomas, hits the first man, touched by Jovetic. Gets the ball back again, runs into Ampadu. Wilson scurries in to collect loose possession. Jovetic was hoping for a foul, it wasn't one. Rosa having to go all the way back until they print the midfield, but Roden gives the ball away. And now Jovetic runs at the Welsh defence. Cleared away by Davis, who's been cool and calm at the back for Wales. They've needed it on times.
I think Ampadu's been brilliant again, Rob. He's captain in waiting for me. Excellent player, whether he plays defensive or holding midfield. Never seems to have a bad game.
Well, Montenegro have lost their last 3 games. The last time they lost 4 on the bounce was 2015-2016. Sorba Thomas runs out of room. They've been beaten by Belgium, Georgia, and of course Iceland last Friday. And Wales have lost twice in Montenegro, but they're on course here. They're 2-0 up. 65 minutes on the clock. Switch of play left to right for Montenegro, out to Marusic. And then he gives the ball away. Picked up by Brennan Johnson. Back helping out his defence. Ampadu the link. Fires the ball forward down that left-hand side. Jordan James is quick enough to get there. Holds it up. Level with the penalty. And he's driven back a little, but finds Ampadu again. Ampadu ball into Wilson. Has shot from this range before, but sets up more and more. Turns Ben Davis's crossover from 5 yards. Balloons it over the top. What a chance. What a lovely move.
It's a great move. It's just come too clean for him. As a striker, I tell you, he's already thinking, I've scored. It's come really, really quick, but you'll be better at miss-hitting that. If you miss-hit it, if it hits your calf, it rolls in. Hits your knee, it rolls in. Any part of you rolls in. But he's caught it clean with his foot, falling backwards. And yeah, it's just a bad miss in the end.
Kiefer Moore has taken his tally tonight to 13 goals. Probably should have been 14, Jane.
Yeah, probably should have been, to be fair, but we'll give him the pitch excuse. There you go.
Yeah, it's one of them though. As a striker, you'll never forget that.
Well, I said 5 yards. Actually, it was more like 3 yards, wasn't it?
If that.
It was even more difficult to balloon it over the top from there.
Yeah, you could try that 10 times again and he'd probably score 10 goals.
Well, the positive of the last 10 minutes is we're actually getting control of the ball again.
Commentator's case.
Yeah, Wales give it away.
Relax, we got it again. And to be fair, I think Jordan James does make a difference. And
Huge.
I think him and Ampadu building that partnership and getting used to how each other plays is an important one for us and our team going forward. And the connections they build, because that's a really decent centre-mid partnership.
Well, we've seen it under Rob Page, right? It's where it come to fruition, and we were expecting under Craig to see the same again. But what Craig has done is actually, in possession, he pushes Jordan James in an advanced position. What I hope is that he can start getting goals, because he has brilliant technique. He rarely loses the ball when he's in possession, even if he's under pressure by 2 or 3 players. Rarely loses the ball. He's got a very good shot on him, good technique. I'd like to see him get a few goals now.
2-0. Yeah, he's forged a really good partnership with Ampadu. Ben Davis has played quietly well tonight as well. Blocks that cross up for a corner.
I don't think Ben Davis has ever played below a 7.
No, you're right.
Honestly, 7, 8, 9 or 10.
There's Ashley Williams would be a 12 every game. 10 out of 10 for Friday. I hope he's not listening.
He will be, or I'll be telling him.
Corner comes in from the right-hand side. Moore heads it away. A long-range shot. Oh, hits the post, bounces back out and drilled over. It was Jovovic with a long-range shot which hit the post, and then Kristovic all by himself hammered it away from an open goal.
Yeah. Jovovic has just caught Darlow by surprise there. I think the game has gone into such a lull. He's not expecting him to hit it from there, and he pulls out a brilliant strike, Rob. Hits the post, and in fairness, the flag did go up for the rebound. It was a great strike, though, initially.
So Mugosha is off, and Militum Osmajic of Preston North End is on. I kid you not. And Bakic has come on. He plays his football for OFI in Greece. Did say they're a League of Nations.
They are global, isn't they? They are global. One of them playing in America as well?
No, not these, no. Not as far as I can see. There's a couple in Belgium. I think Uzbekistan, Korea, Preston and Greece probably take the biscuit, really. Oh, and of course, Vukcevic could still be in Mexico. But he's on loan at the place that we believe may be called Cartagena or Cartagena in Spain. So what have Montenegro got left? They've got 20 minutes to make an impression, but Wales is starting to creep forward more than they were at the start of this second half. Lose possession then. And Davis is beaten for once. Jovetic plays it down the far touchline to Kristovic, right hand side. It's Osmajic waiting in the middle. Or yet to come in. They go back again. Jovetic headed from 6-yard box, and Darlow was equal to it.
He does well to get down there on his left hand side, doesn't he? Quick reactions.
Yeah. I'm not sure why the players chosen to go with a diving out of there.
Could have been a right foot volley, that one.
Yeah, just help it on its way across the keeper.
Corner in from the right hand side again, deeper and straight into the hands of Darlow, who I think, I don't want to be the curse of the commentator again, but
don't say it then.
Okay, well up to now, after 72 minutes, I think he's done pretty well. I'm saying no more than that. In difficult conditions.
His heart rate probably went up a few beats in the first half with that long range shot, but apart from that, no, I agree.
Moore and Wilson were the Wales goal scorers. Wilson tried to play the ball inside the fullback, then he did. It was too strong for Brennan Johnson, who will be itching to get on the goal sheet. As Montenegro through Bakic build again from the back. He's settled into that midfield. He chips it over the top. Kristovic is in here. Plays the ball across. It's 2-1. It's turned in from close range by Drayton Kamaj. And Montenegro are back in this. 72 minutes on the clock. Montenegro 1, Wales 2.
They played the pitch well there, to be fair. They broke from the middle of the pitch, and rather than play the ball across a really slow pitch, he chipped it up over the air, and the Montenegrin forwards were quicker than our defenders, unfortunately, and he's got in behind, and he's played it straight across the 6-yard box, and it's a tap-in.
Now there is a VAR check.
Outside, yeah. In the initial,
yeah, I don't think the final ball was.
No, I think it was the lad who crossed the ball.
Kamaj is looking a little bit fed up as he contemplates that there is a VAR check. There'll be a delay in the start. Jovetic has now gone off, and he's been replaced by Marko Vukcevic, who plays his football in Bosnia. They also say Marusic has gone off. I'm sure I saw. Now, Wales are lined up to kick off again. I was told there is a VAR check, but yeah, there is a VAR check because they're just waiting. I think it was the substitute, wasn't it? Bakic, who played the ball over the top. Looks like it's been given, and it is. It's 2-1. And now a real test for Wales in the last 15, maybe 20 minutes. As the crowd are up. And you've got to say, Jane, that Montenegro probably had the better this second half.
They have, apart from an odd spell, and I think that odd spell came after Jordan James came on into midfield. We had about a 10-minute spell there where we actually got the ball into the opposition half and created a couple of chances. Apart from that, it has been a second half where we've gone, it's okay, we're in control, we'll keep the ball a little bit. Even though Montenegro were getting the ball now half and getting balls into the box, they weren't really causing us too much of a problem. But we're just looking back at the goal now, and it's a great time run from forward from Montenegro. And like I said, the midfielders made a great decision to chip the ball up rather than play it across the floor. Because if they had played it across the floor, our defenders would have nicked it. Because this pitch right now is not playing to anybody's advantage; it's holding up.
It's Kamic's second goal for his country. Did score against the Czech Republic last year. And they're forward again. They've got three red shirts in the middle waiting for the cross. It is delivered. Kamic's the goal scorer. Left side of the box. Takes a deflection, a wicked deflection out for a corner. Wales are under pressure here. They're leading 2-1 on Radio Wales. And on BBC Sounds, it's developed into a better game than we really wanted in this second half, Nathan Blake.
It has, Rob, and it's only going to get tougher. It's to you, if you're Wales now and Craig Bellamy, do you just sit and say, right, we're going to defend and try and counter-attack, or do you continue with that arrogance of thinking, right, we can go and get a third goal by playing how we normally would play or how we want to play, and that's more on the front foot? But I would say the way the pitch is, it's better just sitting. And
corner comes in from the right hand side. It's a scramble. Who's going to get there first to the loose ball? It's Brennan Johnson. There's a Wales player down anyway. Not going to get much sympathy from the crowd. And while that corner was being taken, it's Ampadu's down. Vukcevic has been replaced by Risto Radunovic, who plays his football in Romania, another country represented, another league represented out there.
We're just watching that replay back. We were lucky there because it was a free header from Rubicic in regards to Montenegro, and we were lucky that it's gone straight into Ampadu.
So Montenegro, the 10th smallest nation in Europe. They're actually the second tallest people in the world as well, so no wonder they're pretty good at corners.
But to be fair, one of the ploys of the match is getting the ball out wide, getting good deliveries in. And to be fair, they've won first contact a lot, they just haven't had it on target.
And they don't think twice about crossing the ball. That occasion there, he's not thinking, right, let me have a look up, see if my mate's in the box. He just, I know he's going to be in there. Yeah. They've done it all game. As soon as they got the opportunity to put the ball across the 18-yard box, they've done it, and they've done it with quality, in fairness.
I know you're asking, Jane, if they're the second tallest, who's the tallest nation in the world?
Go on, tell me.
The Netherlands.
Yeah, I've been there recently, to be fair. I backed that.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, I felt quite small.
Stick with us, Jane Ledlow. You'll learn something new covering international football. Nathan Blake is used to these useless.
I'm waiting for you to break into Shania Twain song after what you revealed earlier.
I feel a bit taller.
It's less of a comfortable last 10 minutes compared to the first 10 minutes of the game, isn't it?
You're absolutely spot on. You've never said a true word, Jane Ledlow. So Amadou is up, he's okay. Running repairs down. The problem is now he has to run off. So Wales are taking the ball again, left it to Darlow. was going to take his time to buy a few seconds of the minute. Amadou has to wait. Hoists it high into the Montenegrin half. It bounces all the way through for a goal kick at the other end. Ballboy was ready to throw Mijatovic the ball, but his teammate did it for him. This is going to go long as well, and you do expect them to play 3 or 4 up front now, don't you?
Well, they just go direct rather than, in fairness, they've played the pitch well, like James said. They've not tried to pass through the lines or anything like that. Let's get the ball, 1 or 2 passes, get it wide, and get the ball in the box.
So Kiefer Moore is going off, and Mark Harris, in good form for Oxford, is coming on for his 6th cap, his first shout for more than a year. And Harry Wilson, the other goal scorer. So both goal scorers off, Harry Wilson and Kiefer Moore. They gave Wales a 2-goal lead through a lightning start. They've been replaced by Mark Harris and Aaron Ramsey. What do you want when you want a bit of control? Rambo's the man. Crossing to that penalty area, the Wales penalty area. Half cleared, not entirely cleared though. And Montenegro have the ball again. We're into the last 10 minutes, and there will be a good deal of added time, I'm sure. They hoist the ball forward to Kamaj. Crosses it from the byline, on the run, stabbed away for a throw-in. The substitute Bakic has made a real impact, you have to say. Wales are clearing the ball again, but not too far away. And then it's cleared by Roden, but straight to a red shirt. Now Amadou strides forward to pick it up and move forward, but Sorba Thomas driven back, surrounded by 2-3 players. One of them is too aggressive, and it goes up for a Wales throw. That was cheap by Montenegro.
Does well here to hold the player off, to be fair, and there's another one coming after him as well. But what Wales do need right now is just target the player, a point to hit, to actually get it out to their own half when they turn that ball over.
You've kind of missed that this second half, haven't you, Jane?
Yeah, it's too easy. We're winning it, we're looking to build, we're going straight through central areas, and we're just getting stuck. To be fair to the Montenegrin midfielders, they work really hard to get pressure in that area, and second half they've done well to win it back.
2-1 Wales lead. Anxious moments though in Nicic. Ramsey across to James. James goes wide to Johnson, but it's intercepted and it's brought out of defence by Vucevic. Roda concedes a throw high up the field, taken by Jovovic, and then it's lost, and Wales have won it back, and they'll come forward now with Ramsey. Johnson has gone forward, not the best ball by Ramsey. Will Johnson keep it in?
Yeah, Johnson's just got to hold his width there. He's looking to get in behind again, and Jordan James is right in front of him, so if he holds his width, he knows, right, it gives Ramsey 2 options.
2-1, 83 minutes on the clock. But the Wales were 2 up inside 3 minutes of this game. Montenegro have been given a lifeline by Kamaj. Challenged by Sorba Thomas. Ramsey drifts out to the left hand side, sends it forward to Brennan Johnson. Thomas is racing into the middle. Mark Harris was there as well. Johnson can't beat the first man, goes out for a Wales throw, but it is high up. Red wall, you can hear. Taking their time walking to this throw in. You don't blame them either. Just to eke out a few more seconds in Nicic. Ramsey goes short for the throw-in. Gives it back to Ben Davies, the 2 most experienced Wales players combining high up the field in Montenegro territory. Ramsey is on for his 86th cap. Just behind Ben Davies. downfield, played back towards the Montenegrin penalty area by Jordan James, hoisted, hoofed up in the air, going to bounce out for a throw-in. Jen, how are Wales going to see this out now?
Well, to be honest, I'm a little bit nervous. It's been a really interesting game. I think first half we were comfortable, when we half-time we were chatting about how comfortable we were and we were enjoying the game. First 10 minutes were fantastic, 2 goals up. It was a very different game. Montenegro have come back into this second half. They've created obviously one great chance and scored it. And right now they're threatening us a little bit more than they did first half. So I am a little bit nervous. I think we can see it out, but the decisions we make now when we get the ball back are important, because what have we got, 5-6 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. With added on time.
Scramble for the ball midway inside the Wales half. Wales come out with it. Johnson shows it and then runs forward into the centre circle. He's well, I thought he was brought down, but referee says no, Bakic stabbed the foot in. Here come Montenegro again. Half cleared by Ampadu. Ramsey comes away with it. He loses it. Coming back towards the Wales penalty area. Kamaj tries to break inside Nico Williams. Turns it in from the byline on the left-hand side. Nico Williams helps it away again. Picked up once more by Jovovic.
I just think Wales have to get into the mentality of we're going to counter-attack, we're going to defend, we're going to make sure, because, you know, we are far superior to Montenegro. You defend well, hold your box, and you've got pace on the pitch where you know you can counter-attack. You've got 2 flying wingers. You know, just get into that mind frame where we're just not going to concede anything again. At the moment, they seem to be caught in between, still trying to play and still trying to defend.
Ramsey sends Jordan James through now. Brennan Johnson still got a man to beat. Edge of the penalty area. Lays it up for Harris. Harris looks wide to Thomas. They'll slow it down now. Ramsey says, I'll take control of this. Plays it back out of Thomas. Thomas comes back towards the touchline and wins a free kick, which will be helpful. Radunovic was too enthusiastic again. That's the second time he's done that.
Yeah, so it's just mugged him, isn't he? Just sucked him in. Knows he wants to get the ball back, keep his body between the ball and the man, and just buys the foul.
So free kick Wales on this right hand side, played in by Nico Williams, right-footed, headed out. Challenged by Ampadu. Well, that's a poor ball, and that could be a corner. Wales will love that. Driton Kamaj hit the ball back to his teammate, and out for a corner. Take your time, boys. 3 minutes. Plus, I would say 4 or 5 minutes added time, would you say?
Yeah, at least, I think.
Goal now would be handy. It's scrambled away by Montenegro. Davis calmly out to the left hand side, where Jordan James will switch play to Thomas, who's picked up a good position wide on the right hand side. Heads towards his marker, heads towards the byline, over, hits it. That'll be a goal kick. Mijatovic won't hang around with that. Nathan Blake, thoughts? Minute and a half to go of normal time.
Yeah, I feel quite comfortable, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to build it up here.
Yeah, well, you can build it up because, you know, I think Wales are quite comfortable. Like I said, just get into the mind frame. Like we've got the game won. Let's just see it out. Doesn't matter. You don't have to win it 3-1. You know, 2-1 is fine.
Ball forward, and 3 minutes. 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 3 Bounced. I think Nico Williams got away with one there. Ampadu breaks through. Strong challenge again. Finds his midfield partner James.
Yeah, again, Brennan Johnson inside. Should be out.
Should do what Thomas is doing.
Well,
playing wide.
Well, he should be holding, but he's got Mark Harris inside him there. You know, just hold the touchline. Just give your team some width. You're going to be the out ball most of the time. Either you or Sorba Thomas.
Last minute of normal time. I think that's going to be a foul by Ben Davis. Free kick Montenegro, 10 yards inside the Wales half, out on that right touchline. It was Osmajic of Preston. Cross comes in from the right side, blocked. Montenegro corner. Turkey have got a third against Iceland, and Aktaroglu has got his hat-trick. So 3-1 there. They will top the group tonight. Wales looking to be on their coattails by picking up the first win of the Craig Bellamy era. 5 minutes to go. Montenegro corner cleared away by Jordan James. Shot comes in from distance. Did it take any deflection? No, it's a goal kick.
It was a bit of a pudding, that one, wasn't it? It's like it was a flat ball or something. But when you see players shooting from 40 yards or 35 yards, these conditions, you kind of take that, when you...
Yeah. Unless it's Jovetic from just inside his own half.
Yeah.
Kozinetsky, the Montenegrin coach. Oh, Craig Bellamy's got an FAW jacket on now. Even he feels the weather. Carl Darlow on his debut, told to hurry up. He sliced that up for a throw-in on halfway, was it? Yeah, Sorba Thomas tried to keep it in. And it's everybody forward for Montenegro now. Wales have seen out the first minute of the added 5. Radunovic with the throw-in down the left side. Gets it back, tries to knock it past Jordan James, but it's out for another throw. They're inching forward down this near touchline. Throw-in again, up to the edge of the box. We've got men over on the right-hand side. It's going to be played back in over the head of the goal scorer, Kamaj. He's picked up the ball now on the edge of the box. They don't want to shoot, do they? They want to get close because they think they've got aerial advantage. Floated in again. Half cleared by Aaron Ramsey. Sorba Thomas picks it up. He'll run as much as he can, and he's brought down by the substitute Bakic.
Yeah,
how stupid
play.
Is that?
Well, great play. You know, Bakic is just thinking, if I get a foot in and win the ball back, we're back on the attack. But Sorba Thomas, really good play. Takes a lot of pressure off his team.
Slovenia beating Kazakhstan 3-0. Wales are in sight, Jane Ledlow.
They are, but I'm not as comfortable as Nathan is right now, I'll be honest.
He's always cool and laid back.
I'm not sure if Craig will be either.
Well, he should be now because they just conceded a corner. Sipcic.
I just think Wales are like, I've put down the Montenegrin goal down to a bit of good play, which we've seen a few times in the game. But I don't think they've been able to, control the game, control us, and really put us under major pressure. They've had one or two opportunities here and there. I just think, like I say, if Wales get into the mind frame and just defend well, which they have this last 5 minutes, I just can see them seeing the game out.
Sorba Thomas crossed into the box. It's cleared downfield by Vukcevic. Picked up on that far side, dragged back by Jordan James. And he kicks the ball away. That's a yellow card for James. And Wales have got 2 minutes. And they know you can score 2 goals in 2 minutes. And they've done it themselves tonight. Free kick. This is going to go right into the mixer, as we say in sport. Sometimes. It's a free kick, 5-6 yards inside the Wales half. The Wales back line is a good 10 metres from their penalty area. They're staying as high as they can into that line. James gets his head to it. And again, he's done really well since he's come on, Jordan James, and now he's on the break down that left-hand side. We're into the last minute of added time. Sorba Thomas is up ahead. Can he get there first? He can't. Oh, he commits a foul.
I think the lad's bought that well.
Yeah, I think he has, actually.
Yeah. He knows he's going to either put it out for a corner or a goal kick. It's a little bit of a forehand, but not enough to send him flying.
Jovovic picked up the tricks of the trade in Uzbekistan.
Yeah, and it was on the side. He went as if he was pushed from behind. Clever play.
Inside the last half a minute, towering header that time, picked up by Sorba Thomas. Sorba Thomas goes to ground, loses possession though. It's got to go forward now. We're into the last 10 seconds or so. Flicked inside. Amadou just misses on the header. They got men wide on the right hand side. It's Vukcevic. Vukcevic will cross on the right hand side. Blocked off by Ben Davis. Corner given away by the Wales captain.
All I'm saying in my head is stop the cross, Ben. Just stop the cross. They've got 6 men in the box. They're looking just to put it in there. It's not with any sort of quality at the moment, just cause mayhem.
Now, the Bosnian player, I think it's the substitute, Bakic, has just checked with the referee, who I think has said this is the last play of the game. So the goalkeeper, Mijatovic, is forward. Just ushered him upfield. Every Montenegrin player in the penalty area, Mijatovic was the target. And that's the final whistle. Craig Bellamy has his first win as Wales manager. They started his team in Quicksilver fashion. 2 goals in the first 3 minutes from Kiefer Moore and Harry Wilson. They had a fright in the second half as Montenegro pulled the goal back, but his Warriors were absolutely determined to hold on to this win in the rain, and Bellamy's era is very much up and now running in the Nations League. It's finished. Montenegro 1, Craig Bellamy's Wales 2.